You're raising
Good morning.
guidance to the top end of the range. Can you give us the reasoning behind that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we are very confident about the performance of the business. The first quarter came in above expectations, as you commented on. Profit is up 50%. Passenger traffic increased 25%. We are seeing robust bookings going into the summer. We are not going beyond the top end of the range because we are seeing some capacity creep going into the winter period, but as we have very limited visibility on that period, we are not commenting on it. But for the time being, I think the business is performing very strongly, and the markets are strong too.
OK, let's ask some quick questions. You're talking about lower fuel prices than previously, so lower fuel costs than previously. Presumably that's going to feed through to fares. What is your outlook on fares as relates to oil?
Right. I mean, clearly, it looks like structurally industry has moved into a more favorable macroeconomic environment, especially because of the low fuel price there. And I think that will continue. And should that be the case, clearly we're going to see that impact flowing through in the fare environment. This is empirical. We have seen it many times in history. So I think you're gonna start seeing fares falling as a result of the fuel price environment, especially when we are approaching the winter period. I think summer will remain strong, but you might start seeing some more capacity and a diluted fare environment going into the winter time.
OK, so you've got new 320s coming. I can't remember which variant they are, but you've got new 320s coming into the fleet as well. What is your expectation for A, how you're going to use the new 320s, and B, you've mentioned capacity a couple of times. Are you going to shift capacity around, and what do you think your competitors are going to be doing as well? Right.
Well, we are growing this business at a rate of around 20%, and we will continue to deliver that growth in the coming years. And we were ordering additional aircraft from the manufacturer. Actually, we are bringing Airbus A321 aircraft with 200 seats. This is the current engine variant. We will start taking deliveries of the new engine option, the neo option in 2019. And with that, we believe that we'll be in good position to continue to lower our cost base and continue to drive the capacity game in the European airline industry. Well, we are growing our business across our markets. We have 28 bases. Actually, we just opened our London Luton base very recently, and we keep adding capacity pretty much across the board in almost every country.
Will you continue to add capacity to London? I have to say, people were quite surprised at that decision, considering what is happening politically and what is happening with the possibility of a significant change in the operating environment between the UK and the EU. Will you continue to add capacity there as well?
But as a matter of fact, we are growing our UK capacity at double-digit rate. London, in particular, has been grown by around 15%. And we continue to deliver growth. The only weakness of the market we are seeing in London is arising from the weak sterling. But if I look at underlying demand, I think it remains intact. We are seeing a very strong inbound market into the UK. Obviously, that's helped by the weak pound. But at the same time, we are also seeing the Brits traveling around, and they actually like our services, given the fares that we are bringing to the market. So as long as this is the case, we'll continue to grow our business, and we are quite happy with that strategy.
Just a couple of very quick questions. You're bringing in some new senior management members. What are they going to bring? Why do you need them? And B, you're dropping your larger hand baggage charge. What operationally will that do in terms of aircraft turnarounds? Just give me a sense of what that will achieve.
Right. So let's start with management. Well, we are very pleased with three significant management news for the company. We are appointing Stephen Jones to Executive Vice President and Deputy Chief Executive Officer. We are appointing and promoting actually Ian Wetterer to Chief Financial Officer and Heiko Holm to Chief Technical Officer. Those positions are required to drive this business and the organization to the next level. we continue to deliver strong growth in the markets. We are going to double this business in about 4 to 5 years. We need to update our systems, our processes, and our structures, and we need to create leadership capabilities to achieve that. With regard to the cabin bag, I think we are listening to our customers. Our customers are very happy with our services and the value proposition that we are bringing to the market. Charging for cabin bag was one of the critiques we have been getting from customers. Now we are falling in line with the rest of the industry. It will pose some operational challenges, obviously, but I think the industry has sort of figured it out how to deal with it. We'll deal with that the same way. We still encourage people to travel in an efficient way, and we're going to incentivize efficient travel. We're going to be upgrading some of our other services and products like priority boarding. But all in all, I don't think we're going to be seeing a significant distress as a result of this change of policy.